My name is Shavona Wagoner, and I'm from Tacoma, Washington. Yes, so my grandparents, they moved here in 1963, and they bought a home on South Grant Street. It's a huge, beautiful brick home across the street from Mount Davies, and that's where my village really began. That's where it was created and founded, and unfortunately, it was in the same place where it was demolished. But that house means the world to me. Being there, going to Mount Davies with all 50 of my cousins, getting a torpedo from Miss Margot, listening to my grandpa coach football in the back of Stanley. It means everything to me. It's home, it's comfort, it's love, it is me. It's me. Oh man, being from the hilltop, it means safety. First and foremost, it means safety. It's like when you're there and you're from there and you see your people, and I have cousins, tons of cousins, and I come from a huge family, and it just feels like a bear hug, like I'm never too far away from home. I carry it with me everywhere. It's in my heart, it's on me, it's in my smile, it's just embedded in me. It's in my DNA. It means seeing my people. And when I say people, I mean Black people. And seeing us own homes and seeing us own businesses and going to these longevity historical places like Mount Davies and the People's Center, and going to Prince Hall parties and going to the Fish House and walking to Speedy Mark with my grandpa and getting a hot pickle. It just means it's comfort. It's like a home cooked meal on a Sunday, going to church with my grandma on Sundays and just feeling that I just feel safe. I feel like a breath of fresh air when I'm there, when I'm driving through there, when I'm walking through there. When I tell people where I'm from, I tell them I'm from the hilltop. I'm from the best place on earth. There's no place like home. Oh, it is my one and only huge desire at this point. Right now I've accomplished so much. I'm, a first generation graduate of college and high school, and like I said before, the demolish of my foundation was there, and that's losing my grandparents' home. We lost that home when they passed away, and unfortunately we just have not been able to get it back, and that's one of my biggest goals, is to make sure that I own that place. And whether or not I use it or someone in my family uses it, because I have a huge family, it needs to be brought back to the Bonds family. It needs to have our name on it. It needs to still be creating those memories, because some of the things that I've experienced there are just, they're so precious to me. They're like fine china. Those memories, I hold them so near and dear to my heart. And I want that. I want that for my cousins. I want that for me. I want that for my kids. I want that for my husband, who's never gotten the opportunity to meet my grandparents and have those memories. I want that for my mom. I want that for my siblings. I want that for anyone who considers me family or a friend. I want them to be able to come inside my grandma's home and feel her and feel them. It feels like it's the only thing that's on my mind right now is, let's get this house. It means that much to me that my goal is that and only that. Nothing is topping that at the moment. Oh, it's so important for us because we are too easily displaced, and without thought and without, empathy, and our faces are not seen and plastered in places where it is normally a good thing. So the hilltop is portrayed to be this scary place with violence, and it's so dark and gloomy, and that's not my testimony. The hilltop that I know is loving, it's caring, it's seeing my people, it's me and my cousins walking around, it's saying hi to people who are familiar to my family, and knowing that I can go anywhere and walk anywhere and be taken care of. The thing that I would say to encourage all of us to come back home to the hilltop and rebuild and reimagine and recreate is that right now we are more powerful than ever. There has been times and patches in history where we've been extremely powerful, but right now in my age bracket, we are the most powerful. And together we have to stand. Like, we have to stand together and bind together and rebuild. And we don't have to make it like anything else before. That's the cool thing, is like it can be our own. It's our imaginations, our cool ideas, whatever we wanted to see when we were kids, we can bring that back. And it's necessary for us to come together because, you know, the world lets us know how easily it is to be broken, and we're not easily broken people. We are strong, we are everything. We are the blueprint of everything, and that includes the hilltop. And we need to get back to the drawing board by any means necessary. So we need to come together, we need to be going to these meetings, we need to be speaking our voices, we need to be, you know, a face for change. In whatever lane that is for you, yell in that lane. Speed, do 100 in your lane, because we need you. And we need the hilltop back. And that's as simple as it gets, is we need it back.